Welcome back again. Today we're going to talk about exercising the relief valve and then setting the relief valve. As you can see, I have the pumper in pump gear. I'm hooked up to a hydrant with a water supply and I'm flowing some water out of the front discharge. It's important that you flow water when you set the relief valve. Now you can do this from your tank or you can do it from the hydrant. First thing you want to do is make sure the relief valve is off, and we want to take the screen out. So we unscrew the screen. This is a filter screen. Pull the screen out. We want to inspect the screen itself, make sure it's not damaged or full of any particulate matter. Make sure the O-ring seal is in place, both here, along the edge of the screen, around the inner shaft, and in that small hole right there. You want to make sure that's clear of any debris. Okay, so it looks good to me. Now over at the relief valve, you want to turn it on momentarily. Allow water to flow out of the inside of the relief valve. Now we're going to turn it off. That flushes this part of the relief valve. Now we're going to put the screen back in. Put it straight in. Thread it into place and only finger tight, no tools. Finger tight. I'm going to leave the relief valve off and I'm going to raise my engine pressure to 180 psi. Once I get it up to 180, I'm going to back the relief valve out all the way. I'm going to back the relief valve out all the way until it bottoms out. Okay, all the way out. At this point, I'm going to turn the relief valve on. It should open, and I'll see my pressure decrease on the engine pressure because it's being bypassed around the pump. Turn it off, turn it on. The relief valve should close. I turn it back on, the relief valve should open. I want to do this 7 to 10 times. The reason that we back the relief valve out all the way is so that the valve itself will travel from its fully open to its fully closed position. It's important to get that full range of travel during the exercise process to clean that cylinder that it slides back and forth in. Under normal operations, the piston or the valve, the relief valve itself, only opens a little bit and just momentarily. And over time, behind the relief valve, deposits will build up, and over time it will make that relief valve itself sticky, or it will be delayed, or it will stay open, or it will stay closed. So once a week on Mondays or whenever it's scheduled, the relief valve should get exercised. Now that I have the relief valve off, I'm going to go ahead and crank it in about 15 turns, and I'm going to reset this relief valve at about 110 psi. So I'm going to go in 15 half turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now I want to turn the relief valve on. Right? You can see it stayed closed because I've increased the pressure that it's set at. So I'm going to raise my throttle to 110. And now I'm going to reset, I'm going to set the relief valve to 110 psi. of discharge pressure. So I back it out by half turns. Until the relief valve opens. Now I want to close it by close the relief valve by half turns until the green light comes on and the valve actually closes. Now the number of turns that you have to turn it to close it will vary from truck to truck. This particular truck, a half a turn back to the closed position and the relief valve closed. Some trucks you have to turn it twice. If you turn it more than twice, or if the relief valve stays open, that's an indication that the relief valve may be worn out and may need to be overhauled.